Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be diving into some very interesting facts about Bob Marley and his life. But before we get into the video, I would like to thank all of you who took your time to watch my last video, which was, of course, Bob Marley's children from oldest to youngest. But fear not guys, I will leave a link down in the description for that video so you can go back and watch it and tell me what you think. I wasn't expecting it to do as well as it did, so honestly, thank you, you were all legends. Now let's get back into this video, shall we? Thank you very much guys. Bob Marley's original name was Nesta Robert Marley, but his middle name and first name were swapped around to preserve his masculinity after a comment was made that Nesta was too girlish. This was not the only thing which was noticeably different from his birth certificate. After Bob was born in February 6, 1945, it took his mother a while to finally get him officially registered, meaning the date of birth certificate was incorrect, stating that he was born on April 6th. From the age of 4, it was discovered Bob Marley could read palms. When Cedella, Bob's mother, first heard of this from relatives and neighbours, she took it as a joke. But when his predictions started to come true, his mother was left in awe of her son. When Bob was a lot older and returned to Kingston, a woman asked him to read her palm. He replied, "I'm not reading no more hand, I'm singing now." In Kingston, Bob Marley was known by the natives as a white boy for his mixed race origins being clearly visible in his facial skin. He maintained throughout his life that that kind of person you are is far more important than the colour of your skin. When he said, "Me don't dip on nobody's side, me don't dip on black man's side, me not dip on white man's side, me dip on God's side." When Bob Marley was at school, his best subject was mathematics. He didn't stay in school for very long though, and left at a young age when he managed to secure himself as an apprentice welder. After a dangerous injury in which a piece of metal flew into his eye, he decided to leave, ultimately for the world's benefit. After being arrested for possession of marijuana, the singer spent a month in prison. During this time, which he met many prisoners that he formed a strong relationship with. These prisoners motivated Bob Marley to write with more of a political message within his music. He would send handwritten letters to the people he thought needed to be inspired by his message of one love and unity. One of these was received by dub poet Benjamin Zephinath, who took his advice and went on to write some astounding poetry and tell the Queen where to shove her OBE. The record label Tough Gong was set up by Bob. It was named after his self-made nickname. This record label now boasts one of the largest audio recording facilities in the Caribbean and has been the chosen location of recordings from the likes of Snoop Dogg and Lauryn Hill. Once he'd found success, Marley became extremely generous with his money. Having grown up in a poor family in Jamaica, he knew how difficult it was to get by. He decided to put his goodwill into practice by buying houses for friends and supporting many of the poor in Jamaica. He was also a bit of a ladies' man. The official count is 11 children, although some dispute that. To get from place to place, Bob Marley would show up in one of his 2 classic BMW saloon cars. He would proudly joke that the ride was made for him, Bob Marley and the Wailers. 2 days after an assassination attempt, Bob Marley agreed to play one song at the Smile Jamaican concert at National Heroes Park in Kingston. He ended up playing a 90-minute set for the 80,000 people that showed up. A 1977 football accident led doctors to discover a malignant melanoma in Marley's toe. They recommended amputation, but he refused for religious reasons. The tumour then spread, which ultimately caused his death. There is a rumour that Marley would smoke around 18 joints a day, on the basis of his belief in its spiritual and medicinal properties. Whether true or not, this is cited most often by university students in defence of, well, everything. Bob Marley wished to spend his final days in hometown Jamaica. Unfortunately, on the Germany to Jamaica journey, he didn't make it past Miami. Ever the romantic. He was buried on home turf along with a soccer ball, his Gibson Les Paul guitar and a bud of marijuana. It is no secret that Bob Marley was and remains a huge inspiration for Rastas, fans and fellow musicians across the entire planet. He believed in equality, fighting oppression and gave hope to people who had none. American music executive Larry Mestel once said, "There isn't a crevice of the world where Bob Marley isn't a god," and this still rings true today. After his passing in 1981, Bob Marley entered the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and sold over 75 million albums. Is it any wonder that he is one of the biggest earning dead celebrities of all time? Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any topics relating to Bob Marley that you would like to see in video format, please let me know in the comment section. But before we go, here's a great tip from Bob Marley. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver or gold. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the channel with all like-minded folks. See you in the next one.